Oh, sorry about that. Have you ever noticed that when somebody yawns, it's almost impossible for you to not yawn too? Studies have shown that when someone yawns, it activates the same part of our brain that is responsible for empathy and social interaction. So when you see somebody yawning, the mirror neurons in your brain tries to copy it by matching your actions to the people around you. This same mechanism happens not only with humans but also animals, so maybe you can try with a bit too. Why the sky is blue? The Earth's atmosphere is made up of different gases, so when the sunlight enters the atmosphere, it is scattered in all directions by the gases. Blue light has a shorter wavelength than the other colors, which means it is scattered more easily. That's why we see a blue sky most of the time. However, during sunrise and sunset, the sun's light has to travel through more of the atmosphere to reach us. This means that most of the blue light is scattered away, leaving behind the warm red and orange color of the sky which we see during these times. During World War II, soldiers were trying to communicate with each other through microwaves, when they were surprised to find that the chocolates in their pockets starts to melt when it comes under the microwave field. It was later found out that the particles in the food respond to microwave, and it can be used to cook. So the big question which arises over here is that, are microwaves safe to be used in foods?
We tend to use radiation in the context of stuff that would hurt you. That would be radiation of high enough energy to hurt you, and microwaves are not in that category. It's why it heats the food and not the plate. You can cook food on a paper plate.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't burst into flames.
Doesn't burst into flames.
Have you ever noticed how easy it is to remember negative events rather than positive ones? Well, it turns out there's a scientific explanation for this. According to research, our brains are wired to prioritize negative information over positive ones. This is because negative events often have more significance and impact on our survival than positive ones. In other words, our brains have evolved to learn from negative experiences and avoid them in future. So the next time you find yourself dwelling on a negative experience, just remember that it's your brain doing its job and there's nothing wrong with you. Have you ever looked in a mirror and wondered why it reverses things left and right, but not up and down? Mirrors actually don't flip things left and right, but in reality it's actually you who are flipping things. Let me explain. When you see the word food on paper, it is facing towards you. But when you try to show the paper to the mirror, you're actually turning it away from you, hence flipping things horizontally. In the same way, if you turn the paper upside down, the mirror image will be flipped vertically. So when you're facing the mirror, it is actually you who are horizontally flipped, and not the mirror flipping things. Did you know that the color of your plate could impact your eating habits? Studies have shown that blue is the most effective color to suppress appetite and reduce food intake. But why exactly is that? So you see, blue is a rare color in nature and our brains are not wired to associate it with food. This lack of association can help reduce our desire to eat and make us more mindful of what we are consuming. Additionally, blue is associated with feelings of calmness and tranquility, which can help reduce our stress levels and thus promote healthy eating habits. Have you ever thought why do we blink all the time without even thinking about it? An average human blinks about 15 to 20 times per minute. When we blink, we spread a layer of tear film over our eyes that keep them moist and helps to protect against dust, debris and other particles. This tear film also contains essential nutrients that keep our eyes healthy. But that's not all. Blinking also helps to keep our eyesight sharp by resetting the focus of our eyes. When we blink, the muscles in our eyes relax, and then when we open them again, they refocus and readjust to the light. Blinking also plays a crucial role in communication. We use blinking as a non-verbal way to convey our emotions. Why airplane windows are always round instead of square or rectangular? When an airplane is flying at high altitudes, the air pressure inside the cabin is much lower than outside. This creates a significant amount of stress on airplane windows. Round windows distribute the stress more evenly, which reduces the risk of cracks and other damages. In addition, the curved shape of window helps to prevent distortions and reflections that could make it difficult for the pilot to see clearly. Why do we dream exactly? Out of many different theories, these are the most popular ones. According to Freudian theory, dreams are a way for our unconscious mind to express itself. Another theory suggests that dreams help us solve our problems by working through them in a non-linear and creative way. While according to evolutionary theory, some scientists believe that dreaming has an evolutionary purpose, helping our ancestors to practice and prepare for dangerous and challenging situations. Till this day, no single concrete reason has been found out on why do we dream. But one thing is for certain, dreams are an important part of our cycle. Have you ever been haunted by those annoying hiccups which won't stop no matter what you do? Hiccups are actually involuntary contractions of the diaphragm muscle. When the diaphragm contracts suddenly, it causes the vocal cords to close, which produces the familiar hic sound. Some common causes of hiccups are eating too quickly, feeling nervous, drinking alcohol, stress, or maybe a sudden change in temperature. Although hiccups are usually harmless and go away on their own, these are some methods which you can try to stop them, which are like holding your breath, drinking a glass of water, or hanging upside down. Have you ever stood up too quickly and suddenly started seeing stars around your head? The answer to this strange phenomenon lies in our blood pressure. When we stand up, gravity causes blood to pool in our legs, which means there's less blood flow to our brain. In order to compensate for this, our heart rate increases and our blood vessels narrow, which raises our blood pressure and sends more blood to our brain. However, sometimes this process does not happen fast enough, and our brain does not get enough blood for a split second. Fortunately, it's nothing to worry about, and this feeling quickly goes away. Have you ever recorded your voice and played it back, only to cringe at how it sounds? Well, you're not alone. Many people find their own voice to be unpleasant. But why is that? The answer lies in the way we hear our own voice. When we speak, we hear ourselves through two channels: the sound waves that travel through the air into our ears, and the vibrations that travel through the bones into our inner ear. The latter is called bone conduction, and it is responsible for giving us the deeper, richer sound that we are not used to hearing when we listen to recordings of ourselves. This can lead to a sense of confusion between how we think we sound and how we actually sound. So don't be too hard on yourself and embrace the uniqueness of your own voice. To know more interesting facts like this, make sure to like and subscribe.